I don't think we need more little tiny cut-up shops, though, do we? Don't we need a grocery store down here?
Well, that's a grocery store, ain't it?
Well, it is, but it's closed.
I know. Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not up to us to determine.
Well, no, they were going to put a drugstore in there, but they squashed that.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
No.
Anyway, so you loved houses. Why were you constantly coming to Nantucket? I mean, obviously, just a summertime guy.
Because I bought acreage here, and I had to put something on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of land?
Well, I had acreage in Duxbury. I had 150 acres in Duxbury.
Jeez, that's a nice town.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute, but there was, well, I say 150 acres. I mean, probably 50 acres if it was pond, and the other. Well, anyhow, yeah. It was not a spread of beautiful stuff.
Okay, but how did you come here, though? How did
when I got through with all the stuff in Duxbury.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
So you sold all out of that and decided, hey, I'm going to live on Nantucket, so I'm going to buy some land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was like
because I wasn't getting along too well with my old lady.
At that time, you.
But I wouldn't do any harm to her, so I just supported her for the rest of my life. But I had to take my, I had to like be my own guy.
Yeah, right. You wanted so you kind of like separated, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all. Separated.
You separated. How did the chicken box all come about? How did that opportunity?
Chicken box.
What was the chicken box then? Was it really a chicken coop before you took it, or no?
No. It was Willie House's. Because you're not familiar with Willie House's history.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, Willie started what the heck, a thing on his own backyard on Dave Street, and it turned into a going restaurant bar, and it was called the Chicken Box. He had his own secret recipe for chicken.
Oh, really?
Southern fried chicken.
Oh, we need that.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to have
he took the recipe with him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
So was it right in the same spot where the chicken box is now?
Right in the same spot. Well, the whatever he first started somewhere else, and then he when he went into the chicken box, he bought that piece of land there. And actually, that piece of land was the whole corner of Day Street at the time where the restaurant is in a house, but it was only seasonal because Nantucket was in the 50s. Nantucket was strictly seasonal as hell because the only people that had money to spend were the visitors.
Yeah. So why did you want it?
Well, I wanted it because it had grown to be a year-round restaurant and bar.
Restaurant and bar.
Well, it became more bar than restaurant.
Early 70s?
In the 60s.
Okay, 60s.
It was open a good part of the time year-round, and had we had a large Cape Verdean population, and then we had a few migrant black people, and so it became an all-around place for with no racial bias. So drinking white boys came there, and Willie went out of town, went to New York and brought in people like, they ended up being famous. Like my memory is so bad.
It's okay.
Like the Muddy Waters, for instance.
Wow. So he would bring in some
good stuff.
Yeah, big stuff.
And well, anyhow, so he had a success at that, and then he just wanted to get out of there. and he'd accumulated the property around there and selling off that. So he really didn't have to have like sell it for cash. So he was better off selling it on time. So I got it paid off in early 90s.
So you picked it up in the like late 60s? That's when you got into it?
Mid 70s.
Mid 70s is when
Right.
you picked it up.
Right.
Okay, got it. But you had been like a guy who loved the restaurant. You would go there and eat and drink, and you loved it.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't go near the place.
You weren't going in the place.
No.
But you knew that it had potential, and you didn't want to do the land thing anymore.
I thought it was a good investment.
A good investment, yeah.
Yeah.
And did you buy it alone, by yourself, or did anybody else get in there with you?
Well, because I was busy here making a living, I took a couple of guys in that were living on the island. One was I had my business going in Duxbury.
Okay.
I had a foreman who was getting divorced, and so he wanted to get the hell out of it. So he was delighted to come to Nantucket and give away to the old lady. And
just like you.
I had another guy that has been living on this island who was living with this young lady that you were talking to this morning.
Oh, Linda, yeah.
Linda. And so Linda's first husband came to me and said, Jesus, Willie wants to get rid of the chicken box. And blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
So I took the guy in as a partner, but not with a split, but with a promise.
Yeah.
You know, that's the dirty trick you play on young fellas. You know,
Sure,
you don't want to give them everything. You know. Well,
Yeah.
always.
No.
So anyhow, no, he was he didn't work out. He turned out to be he'd go home with a bottle of liquor every night after work, and you know, he just
Some people are not meant to own a bar.